It's a great day. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur, and welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the number one business development and revenue focused late night show in the country where we're on a mission. And our mission is to inspire, our mission is to empower, and our mission is to provide you, the entrepreneur, with all of the resources that are necessary to execute that big vision you have for the people you were called to serve. And on this episode, we have the one and only Dr. Shannon Harrington, who's in the building, talking about the secret sauce to what? Having a stress-free life or being stress-free. What's up, Dr. Harrington? How are you?
Hi, Mr. Energy. I'm going to call you Mr. Energy.
Mr. Energy.
I'm amazing. How are you?
Good. Well, Dr. Shannon, it's a pleasure to be speaking to you. Some folks I never get a chance to meet. And there's other folks I've had a chance to be up close and personal on many occasions. And I've had a chance to break bread with, and I'm going to be seeing you, since I believe tomorrow as well. Yes. So it's pretty cool when we can have these conversations. You're some person, and I don't think I can say this with everybody, but you are someone that I'm able to follow, and you inspire me all when you're doing your workouts every day. So here's the question I have as we get started. Folks are looking at it and saying the secret sauce to self-care. What's the biggest challenge or some of the challenges that are holding entrepreneurs back from really just taking care of themselves when they are indeed, unquestionably, the most important asset themselves?
Absolutely. That is an amazing question. And I think about that often. And I had to do a presentation on this topic about a year ago. And I think that the same challenges still exist. I think that we are so focused on having a healthy business that a healthy body never crosses our minds. We're so focused on building the business and prioritizing every aspect of what we do. That's our baby, but we never take care of ourselves and prioritize ourselves. So I think the biggest challenge is making it a priority and weaving it into your day and making sure that as a boss, you show up for everybody else on your calendar, but making sure that you include yourself on there and show up for yourself as well.
So Dr. Shannon, let's just address the elephant in the room. Let's just get it out the way. Someone's listening right now. They're saying, Shay, I've heard all this before. I know what to do. Shay, I can teach what she's teaching right now, but wait a minute. She needs to understand my business keeps me really busy. Or Shay, she needs to understand right now that he's maybe he's a divorced father. He has to pick up his kids, take care of his kids, or maybe it's a mom that got to take care of the kids, or a dad that got to take care of the kids, or they could be watching right now. And in all seriousness, and they're saying, what's the new term they told me this weekend? Oh, life be lifing. They're like, she don't understand. I really want to do it, but life be lifing. I was like, I never heard that before, but the older I get, the less terms I've ever heard before, by the way. So my question to you for the person, let's call them the busy entrepreneur, the super busy professional, the one that everybody comes to them because they help everybody else. They're just busy. What would you say to that person? Some things that they may be able to do to help them, take care of themselves.
Yeah. So I would say that's not new. So everybody says that. And I have said that and gotten in my own way for years and years. And that's a sexy excuse. That's an out. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to your business, if your business needs something to function in order to generate more revenue, in order for you to scale, you're going to figure that out. And I think that anything that's a priority to you, it doesn't mean it's not important enough to you for you to do it. If it was, it's something that you would make time for. Nobody has time to work out and to eat and to meal prep. And I got to meal prep when I finish this so I can take my stuff to SpeakerCon. Nobody has time. We make time for it. So get out of your own way would be what I would say. And I always use the analogy of an airplane. And I always say, my name is Dr. Harrington, and I am your highly educated flight attendant. And I'm going to give you your safety instructions. So as we ascend into the air, if we were to have any rough air, have any issues, and the cabin loses pressure, oxygen masks are going to come from the top of the aircraft. And I need you to take it, and I need you to put it on your business. I need you to put it on the Shay Brown Solutions. I need you to put it on your wife, your husband, your dog, your cat, your children. And those are not the right instructions, right? No, they're not. The rule is that you're supposed to put the oxygen mask on yourself first. So you're not going to be good to your business. You're not going to be good to your boo thing. You're not going to be good to any aspect of life that be life in if you don't prioritize yourself and your health. Period.
They're wondering who is this Dr. Shannon. Some
Mm-hmm.
folks, they're looking right below right now. They're saying, okay, I'm reading the bio. I see a couple letters behind her name. And there are other folks that are like, I have no idea who this person is, Shay. I'm listening to the podcast. She's saying do all this stuff. But, what puts her in a position to be able to say all this? Who is she? So let's slow down. I'd like for you to give them your backstory. Who are you? What was that defining moment that happened in your life that put you on this trajectory that you're on right now? The self-care is like it's like your number one priority of making sure that other folks can do that.
Mm-hmm. Self-care is my priority because I had to realize that I was my own rescue. I had to be my own rescue. So a little bit about Dr. Shannon. So I am a doctorally prepared nurse. That means I have the terminal degree in nursing, a PhD. So my bachelor's, master's, and PhD are all in nursing. So I know a little bit about the health of the body, and I can save your life. So I can get you back to life. And not only that, I could pursue a postdoctoral research fellowship at Harvard, where I studied nutrition and exercise interventions for African American breast cancer survivors. And what I learned there is the same thing that they teach you when you do a Beachbody program, the same thing that they teach you when you sign up for Weight Watchers or whatever. No, there's no new news. You have to move your body and eat healthy. So there's no secret sauce to success. You just got to do the work and make it a priority. So it became real for me, and it became my life's work to help encourage people to get out of their own way when my father passed away. So 12 hours before I became Dr. Shannon Harrington, my father had a massive stroke on his 58th birthday, and he died and took his last breath 12 hours before I walked across the stage and became Dr. Harrington. And I realized that when my father took his last breath, I took my first. And I realized that if I didn't slow down, stop having all this energy for everything and nothing, and start to really focus on taking care of myself from a holistic perspective, spirit, mind, body, finance, relationships, corporate, all of those things, business. If I wasn't going to be a savvy, healthy entrepreneur, I wasn't not going to be able to have a quality or quantity of life. So it became my life's work. After my father passed away, I started my business in 2013, and it's called Try Again. Try Again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Try Again Health and Fitness LLC, and Try stands for Transform and Renew Yourself. And it's based off of my favorite scripture, Romans 12:1 and 2, about being transformed by the renewing of your mind. So if you can get out of your own way, transform yourself by the renewing of your mind, and understand what you need and who you are, and become more self-aware in this season, you too can adopt self-care and make it a priority for your life.
Now, one of your areas of expertise are helping leaders and nurses in the area of being burnt out, or burned out, or burnt out, burned. I went to DC public schools here. Burned out, burnt out. My question to you is, let's talk to two type of individuals if we can. Let's first talk to persons like, I'm just overwhelmed right now, Shay. Like, okay, I'm already at the part where I feel burned out. What's step number one and step number two and step number three that I can do? Because I need to get back on track. I'll be honest, I'm off track. Look, she don't have to beat me up. She ain't got to say anything else, but I just been overwhelmed. So what's one, two, or three things they can do? So we'll talk to them first. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, she can handle this. And then there's another group of folks. They're maintaining it, but they're like, woo, I'm here. But if I don't do something, I can find myself slipping back. So first talk to the folks that are just, they got to get up. They got to get going. What's step one, step two, step three they can do?
Mm-hmm. So those people, I have a 3-step program. So I am Dr. Fit Nurse, and FIT stands for fitness, but it's also an acronym for focus, intention, and take action. So what I would say is focus on your focus. That's a song, right? Focus on what you need. So focus means dialing in and being self-aware and understanding who you are, where you are, and what you need in the season. You cannot make a million changes and implement 15 strategies for self-care without burning yourself out even more. So think about the things that's causing you the most stress in this season and what you need to start today that you can work on. Low hanging fruit. So focus, set an intention. So set smart goals, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. Set you some smart goals and take one step at a time and take action. So a lot of times we like to have analysis paralysis and we just like to think about what we're thinking about, that we're thinking about, that we might be thinking about. We thinking about working out. We thinking about January 1st. We thinking about November 1st is tomorrow. So we always thinking about what we want to do, but knowledge without execution is not going to be your superpower, as Dr. Cheryl Wood says. So knowledge is not just power. I say applied knowledge is power, but applied knowledge is also your superpower. So focus, set your intention, get you some good goals, and take immediate action. And if you're already kind of in the flow and you need to like refresh, reset your self-care journey, you might have attained some of the goals. You might have lost a few pounds or whatever. You might have set new goals. So reassess where you started. You might want to apply, okay, well, I need to start working on my finances, or I need to do better about my communication. I want to work on my relationship. I want to start dating my spouse again. I want to start having more social time and interacting with my friends. I want to start networking more. So sometimes when you kind of feel like you've been doing it and you kind of got into a flow, you might want to, it might be time for you to reassess where you are and think about doing something different or adding something to what you're currently doing.
Now, as it relates to journaling and keeping a track of what you're doing, what's some of the recommendations that you have for the folks that are out there as well?
I recommend my book.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
I recommend my book. So for those of you who need somebody to walk you through it, I have created a 21-day self-care planner and journal. It is I believe in Jesus, so it is Christian based. It has scripture, so it's spirit, mind, and body. And I walk you through 21 days, telling you, holding your hand through everything that I just said, helping you to become self-aware. You take a self-awareness assessment, then you set some goals, and then we get to work. So depending on what it is that you want to work on, you have this beautiful purple book that you can get on drfitness.com, and it will walk you through your 21-day self-care launch. Anything that you can do for 21 days consecutively can become a habit. So I walk you through that in my journal. And if you're not ready for that, then you can just go ahead to Family Dollar, wherever, dollar store, and get you a cute little bling bling or whatever, a notebook, and start with writing it down. Because I believe in Habakkuk 2:2, writing the vision and making it plain. Once you write it down, it kind of does something to your brain that cements it that, okay, this is something that I'm going to commit to. So make that commitment to yourself and start taking action immediately.
Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, she's not going to leave you there hanging. We're going to ask her what's one or two of the mindsets that she has, maybe 1, 2, or 3 affirmations that she tells herself that you can use from a mindset perspective, by the way. So if you got paper and pencil out now, you might want to write this down. Because I believe that, for some of us, myself included, it's all about mindset, right? So, I'm sure Dr. Shannon has 1, 2, or 3 affirmations that she tells herself, and then maybe 1 or 2 or 3 beliefs that you can write down in your journal. So you're going to get some help now. This is probably the right time for all of us. We always want to get better. So, Dr. Shannon, I guess my question is, hey, what's 1 or 2 or 3 affirmations that you use to maybe help you stay the course? And then number 2, on the other side, what are some belief statements that folks maybe can write down that can help them like right in this moment?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So affirmations, I tell myself, it's just simple. You got this. And that's something I tell myself all day, every day. You got this. You got this. You can do it. You are worthy. You are capable. You have everything that you need in order to be successful. You are the one. So that's more than 3. So you can use those. You are the one. You are ready. You have everything that you need. There's nothing impossible for you. That's another one that I like. Nothing that's impossible for you, because everything is possible with God. Told y'all I have that Christian connotation, so give you that disclaimer there. As far as beliefs, the foundation of my business, the name of my business is TRY. So transform and renew yourself, about being transformed by the renewing of your mind. If you believe that you can transform your entire life by transforming your thoughts. That's one of my deeply held beliefs. I believe in writing things down. Like I said, Habakkuk 2:2, write the vision, make it plain. I believe that nothing is impossible with God. And that if you focus on, one of my mentors told me this week, and I've been repeating it ever since, that you focus on developing and God will deliver. You develop, God delivers. And to me, that means that if I, Matthew 6:33, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all of the things will be added to me. So if I prioritize God, if I prioritize my relationship with him, if I prioritize taking care of my body, if I prioritize being a good steward over the things that God has given me, then there is nothing that he will give me, that he won't give me, that I need. So everything that I need, I'm always going to have or have access to it when it's time for me to have it.
I love it. As folks are listening, we have a segment here, Dr. Shannon, called Today is My January 1st. And for those folks that are here every night, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you already know what's going to happen. So you can say those magical words if you want. Say it out loud. Today is my January 1st. Doesn't that feel so good? And for all the new folks who join us for the very first time, welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur family. We suggest you hit the subscribe button so you can get all the updates. Make sure you follow us at I am Shay Brown. Today is my January 1st represents a fresh start. It's one of our personal mantras, by the way. It means you get a do-over. It kind of signifies that no matter what's happened back there, no matter how good, no matter how bad, no matter how dark, no matter how gloomy, that the past no longer equals the future. And so my question to Dr. Shannon on the other side as she's listening is that when you hear those words, today is my January 1st, what do you hear? And number two, what was a setback that you had where things weren't perfect that you had to bounce back from?
Oh, that's a good one. That is definitely a good one. I think about a reset. I think about an opportunity to, as my business is called, try again. I think about a fresh opportunity, a new opportunity. Think about things differently, even if things that have happened to me didn't align, or if I felt like I failed at something, I have another chance to try it again. Try and try and try and try again. And what was the second part of your question? Because I
Which one of
totally
the
lost.
setbacks that you've had that you had to
That-
bounce back from in your life?
Yeah, many. And I think that I've had setbacks in business. Not I think I know. I've had setbacks in business. I've had setbacks in friendships and relationships. I've had setbacks in corporate. But I look at them not necessarily a setback. The cliche is a setback is the ultimate setup for no, the setback is a setup for the ultimate comeback. And I really believe that, because I learned that once I start embracing setbacks and understanding that setbacks is another sexy word for failure, I look forward to failing daily. That sounds crazy, right? But I learned from one of my mentors that you're going to learn more. There's more wealth and value in your failures than in your successes. You're going to learn more from forward. Failing forward. Now, don't failing backwards, but you're going to learn more from failing forward than you ever will from winning every day. So in all of those setbacks that set me up for the ultimate comeback, I find value in them. And it has helped me to grow and become the woman that I am today, personally, professionally, all of those lanes. And I wouldn't trade any of it for anything.
I love it. Said so well. My next question here as we're having this conversation is, you've had so many mentors along this journey of life. And the question I love to ask is, what's one of the best pieces of advice you've ever been given? And you at home, as she's thinking about the mentors she's had on this journey, some online, some offline, I'm always curious, and it's one of my favorite questions, because you get to learn from the inner soul of the person. You get to find out what's a value, what's a belief, what's something they got from one of their mentors that they've been holding near and dear to their heart that we can benefit from. So you go and lean in now, lean in. This is a good opportunity for you to learn this. And so, Dr. Shannon, what's one of the best pieces of advice you've ever been given?
To give yourself grace for the journey, and that nobody is expecting perfection from you but you. That's just me. I don't know if that came down your road or in your house, but for me, I knew that I couldn't achieve perfection, but I wanted to do a good job, and to whatever I did, it was with a spirit of excellence and quality. And I used to always beat myself up when I had a setback or when I had a failure. And I had to change my perspective on that, learn how to take the lessons and extract the value from that setback or that failure, and to keep it moving. But give yourself grace, and also give yourself permission to not be okay. Because sometimes we always feel like we got to show up with the S on our chest, with the cape on our back. And ain't nobody expecting that from you all the time. You might expect it from you. Your children might expect it from you. Your boo might expect it from you. But God don't expect it from you. God even rested. So give yourself permission to not be okay. Work through those emotions. Don't act like you don't feel what you feel. Embrace it, but learn from it, and don't stay there. Don't get stuck there. As Lisa Nichols would say, don't build real estate in a negative emotion. Don't build real estate there and don't live there. Don't start putting the key in there and redecorating. But give yourself permission to not be okay. Work through those emotions, learn from them, and keep moving forward.
What are you most thankful for these days?
Life and health. I think that the more that I have goals, and I'm always gonna be a goal digger. I'm always gonna be running after here, there, and everywhere, and give everybody a headache on my social media. But I think that life and just being able to fulfill my purpose and to feel comfortable and confident in who I am and whose I am is the most refreshing gift that I get to experience daily.
How does Dr. Shannon fuel before her workout? Like, we're kind of curious. They want to know, what is she drinking? What is she eating before she does one of her workouts?
So I normally work out early in the morning before my brain realizes what I'm doing. So I coffee, and then I have some BCAAs. I won't plug them right now, but I either take my BCAAs, branched chain amino acids, so the little powders that you see the meatheads and crazy people in the gym putting in their water. So I have some BCAAs that have caffeine in them, or coffee. I love coffee. I don't know why, but I love coffee as my pre-workout. And if I do my workout early enough, then I don't like eat. I can't eat real early at 5 o'clock and then go work out. I'll throw up. So normally it's coffee or some kind of protein supplement with caffeine in
What do you do for fun when you're not out saving the world?
it. Relax. So I am the quote ambivert. I used to call myself an extroverted introvert. So one of my faculty members told me, no, that's an ambivert, because I'm the same thing. So I'm an ambivert. So I can be extroverted and talk and all that stuff, but not 24/7, not 25/8. That's not me. That's not my personality. So I just enjoy just chilling. I like to just not necessarily Netflix and chill, but something and chill. Something and chill. But I just love relaxing, hanging out with my family, hanging out with my friends, wine and wine night or whatever. But just having a good time and enjoying people's company. I'm in that season of creating memories because I spent so much time just running from goal to goal to goal that my mom always said, baby, you spend so much time running through the rose garden, but you never stop to smell the roses. So I'm in that season of stopping to smell the roses and enjoying creating moments with special people.
What's next for Dr. Shannon? What do you have on the horizon? What should we be expecting from Dr. Shannon in the next year or so?
I have two graduations. So I graduate from GSU. GSU. You might not know what GSU is, but you're going to know about it. Global Speakers University. So today is, I don't know, Tuesday. And I graduate on Thursday. So in 2 days, I will be an official graduate from Global Speakers University, where the Dr. Cheryl Wood is the founder, creator, all of the things. So I'll be graduating from that. Actually, I'm graduating from Foundations of Faith. It's my church's Christian Leadership Development Program. It's a 2-year program that I've been working on. The first year is all about growing from within, so inward growth for leadership, and then the second year is all about outward growth and building your team and pouring into people. So I have 2 graduations coming up. I will be celebrated for, I won the Presidential Award for volunteerism. So I will be getting my plaque from signed from Kamala and Joe Biden. in January. So I'm super excited about getting that presidential award. And I'm rebranding my business right now. So if you'll follow me over the next year, you should see some changes, or you will see some changes in how I present myself and posture, just as I shift in a little bit of some of my programs and how I serve, how I do what I do. So as I grow and learn more, I like to continue to grow and learn more in every aspect. So my business will definitely be growing and expanding over the next year.
Fantastic. As we come down the home stretch, last two questions. Number one, what type of clients are you looking to work with these days? And number two, how can folks best connect with you? How can they stay in the conversation over and beyond the time that we have now?
Yeah, so you can connect with me. I'm Dr. Fitnurse, DrFitnurse, on all social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram, as well as my website, drfitnurse.com. So you can stay in contact with me there. I service women. So some men work with me, but my North Star is serving women leaders and nurse leaders who are burned out and who really need to have a strategic self-care program and plan to implement so that they can transform their lives both personally and professionally. So my typical clientele, I have some people in their 20s, but normally from about 35 to 55, 60, and women leaders who are ready. So don't come to me. I can refer you to somebody else if you're just gonna play games, because playtime is over, as my coach would say. But if you're really ready, if you really thought about what it is that you need and you're ready to commit, because sometimes you just want to hear, we become infopreneurs where you just want to bounce from person to person to person, getting different information. And I don't want your money that bad. I want your success. So I want your commitment and your yes. So if you're ready to really commit to a structured, strategic program designed for you in order for you to accomplish your self-care goals, taking it one step at a time, if you're ready for that, then I'm ready for you.
Ah, that's awesome. Let me say thank you so much for being on the Happy Entrepreneur Show, Dr. Shannon. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you. Thank you to viewers. Thank you for tuning in, by the way. If you haven't hit the share button, we want to encourage you to do that. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We appreciate every single one of you. As I love to say every night, that you really are truly one of a kind. You're someone that's very special. You're so awesome. Yes, you're double amazing, but more importantly, you're making a difference every single day by just showing up. So thank you for showing up and thank you for being who you are. I believe for you, today indeed is your January 1st. And because of just that one reason alone, that your best is still yet to come. Your best is yet to come. Your best is still yet to come. With that being said, my name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. And I promise you from the bottom of my heart, we'll make some good things happen. We connect again next time. God bless. We wish you success. Peace, Dr. Shannon.